The third and final car in the series of 3 similar cars in the green and yellow color scheme will of course be the Shelby Cobra. Let's go through the box quickly and then into a bit more detail later on in this video. So as you can see, it comes with quite a big pile of parts and multiple options to be built as well. The interior tub is molded in one piece. It doesn't come with some door cards, so we might need to scratch build some. They are quite simply replicated, and there are of course a lot of other parts for the chassis which are nicely detailed. As you can see here, some exhaust parts, some more engine components, and even some options for the top to have it as a single-seater and a nicely detailed dashboard as well. The hood is also a separate piece, as you can of course put the engine in and then open the hood. To complement the nicely detailed dashboard, you also get some nice bucket seats as well, as seen on these cars back in the days, and even more parts for the engine and engine bay and chassis as well to be detailed out nicely. To go along with the interior and also of course all the other engine components, you need an engine and a chassis to put it all on. It is all nicely detailed, has some different types of surfaces and various different parts and pieces shown on all the individual parts. As with any car of this era, it wouldn't be complete without a whole bunch of chrome. Comes with a nice big sprue, a lot of parts for the engine, some wheels, even some roll bars, some more parts for some of the bumpers, the carburetors, and the main window surround as well, along with those exhaust pipes for on the side, and even some buckets for the headlight and the steering wheel. Most of these will be dechromed and painted either silver or flat black to go along with the styling of the other 2 builds, and maybe some parts will be left in the original chrome, but who knows, we'll see during the build itself of course. For the taillights, you get some pre-tinted clear red taillight pieces, which is a lot easier than having to paint them, and they also look really good from factory. And some other of the pieces for the clear parts are of course the headlight buckets, which have some nice details in them. You even get the optional smaller visor, or just the big windshield with some of those flaps on it, and the side windows as well. In the final bag of parts, you also get some tires. Of course, there are 2 ones for the rears. These are a bit wider and a bit bigger than the fronts, and there of course are 2 of these as well. They don't really have any detail on the sidewall, as that is supposed to be put on with the decals for the stripe and maybe even some emblems. The final piece to this puzzle of course is the body. It is mostly molded in one piece. Of course, the hood is separate as I've shown before, and the rest of the parts are all there. There are a couple of nice big mold lines, as you can see right here. They run along the entire body. They of course need to be sanded off. Luckily they are in pretty easily found areas and therefore not too hard to remove. The panel lines are nice and deep already, but just a scribe to make them a bit deeper doesn't hurt. Same goes of course for the trunk. The logos are on there in a 3D pattern, so a decal on top would nicely sink in and finish that off. Same goes for the front of course.